Okay, we ready?
Well, good morning. I hope you're doing well. We're back in Middle Earth, and last time Marcellene stopped at Esteldin, talked to the rangers here, discovered that there were some refugees, and it turns out one of them is missing and may very well be a spy for Angmar. So, we're going to go track them down. Unfortunately for us, we won't be aggroing much of anything, unless, of course, we run into a roving threat, in which case we will just be moving along because otherwise we'll just get trounced. So we are a little bit of ways. It'll give us a chance to look around, see if anything's changed considerably since the last time I was here. It does not appear so. Everything pretty much looks the same. There's, I believe, the gate into Angmar is up there. And I'll be honest, the gate into Angmar is not ugly or anything like you would suspect. That's a roving threat. It's level 100. Like I said, we will give it a very wide berth. That's not something we want to mess with. That's the Drake. And it is named Rotspittle. Has 609, almost 610,000 health. So our not quite 2,000. So, like I said, we're giving it a very wide berth. We wouldn't be able to hit it with the broadside of a barn, or I guess that would be, I couldn't hit the broadside of a barn with an elephant. I believe that's how that saying goes. But yeah, it's not an ugly pathway into Angmar. Yeah, in a way, it's very beautiful. Yes, the people living there are evil. I think that is not human, but a harpy. However, the art design is pretty. That must be what we're looking for right there. How do I know? I don't know. Maybe because she's wearing a ring over her head.
The Iron Crown seeks to enslave us!
Lay down your weapon and walk away, Mariner. I will not be stopped. Defeated the refugee spy. Too bad, she was kind of pretty. Bad she turned out to be a bad guy, but then dang, more sorceresses tend to be relatively pretty. That is one very flat mountain. That doesn't even look very natural, does it? One thing that the early parts of the game, and actually most of the game, has in common, the mountains are not very well shaped or defined. A lot of them look too smooth, too unnaturally smooth, too flat. There are some instances, mostly late game, where the mountains look much more natural. North Downs is not one of those places. Alright, we are back. Let's get off our horse. Alright, Halberd. It is done.
How can I be of service?
Alice was a spy. I am sorry for mistrusting your counsel, though doubtless even the wise would not seek aid of this nature coming, unlooked for from such an ally. All right, what we got? No. Probably not. I'll grab it anyway.
Might I take a moment of your time?
Esteldin remains hidden, and though I am glad that disaster was averted, I still do not wholly trust the counsel of Amarthiel. No, Narmeleth, who for so long brought strife and war upon us. She may still have a great store of information to offer our cause, so you may return to Delisad with my thanks. But be wary, I am not wholly convinced that she can be trusted in all matters, and that this is not some grand scheme of the enemy. And it says we will automatically travel back to Delisad. Alright. So we're back at Delisad. Thank you for the very swift travel. Would have taken me some time to get here otherwise. You know, despite the sad state of Delisad, you could tell it was once a very pretty place. I mean, it had its own courtyard, ringed with trees. The elven was it elven? I want to say it's elven architecture, but I almost think it's not. The thing is, it looks like it was always intended to be a prison. I guess elves even had need of prisons from time to time. Hello. I think we went the wrong way. I mean, I'm not horribly surprised. Place does have a few twists and turns. Alright. I am totally lost. Haha. A lot of doors that go nowhere. Ah, is it here? Yes. They put her deep, deep in here. I'm glad that at least one of my wicked deeds has been amended, and there are so many others whose weight I must bear for the rest of my days, however few those might be. I am glad that you have returned, Marcellene. I was not always as you have known me, for though I was doomed to failure, my heart's intentions were ever true. Alas, that shadows will corrupt even the noblest of goals. I have much to tell, if you will hear me. So we get to do a session play as Narmeleth. No, we're going to be playing as someone called Rivendell. And it says we must not fail the session. So hopefully we won't. Okay, waiting to enter.
Ages ago, in the vastness of Eregion, the Dark Lord came in fair guise. Some amongst the elves called him Antheron, Gift Lord, for he taught them to craft the rings of power. In those days, he beguiled Narmeleth, daughter of Esteldin, and broke her mind.
So before we start anything, we'll lock the quick slots. Do hurry, I have something wonderful to show thee. Thou didst not tell my father, did thee? Thou knowst how he worries. The smiths have taught me all they know, and yet he knows so much more. Come, do not be frightened. Antheron promised me there was naught for me to fear. So that is what Narmeleth looked like before she became...
Gosh, let's
close that, thanks. Before she became a Marthiel. Dost thou see? No Urk can withstand the might of the Noldor. A second assault? Oh, is she a bowman? She is. Okay, our Dunlanding girl is a bowman. I did not notice that until just now. Elf trek. Now, how would she know an elf trek? She doesn't look elven. I must be on my guard. Who knows how many more arcs there could be? No, she's definitely not elven. She is definitely a hillman. And one thing I've always wished is that I could have the dress that Narmeleth wears as a cosmetic.
Gosh, let's not.
Are you well, friend? I lost sight of thee in the heat of the battle. Come, it is not far now. As father says, I am not ready to fight in the wars. See how they fall? We have you now. Get them, lads. Maybe this was not such a wise choice.
Shut up!
And Esteldin comes to save the day. Narmeleth, what is this foolishness? Father, I thought she handled herself quite well. I can explain. I already forbade thee from speaking to this gift lord, and now thou dost sneak out to meet with him? Thy father would forbid thee from learning more of the outside world. Come with me, Narmeleth. I can show thee how to make things not even the mind of Fairnir has imagined. Thou would order my daughter to defy me? Come, Narmeleth, we were returning to Mirabel at once. Would thou be trapped in Mirabel forever? Hold thy tongue. I'm leaving with Antheron. If thou love me, thou will not stop me. Come, Narmeleth, we shall begin thy learning immediately. Narmeleth, I love thee. I was young and foolish, and Sauron taught me the secret arts of ring lore, and by that I was ensnared. With his aid, I forged a potent ring, powerful enough to sway the hearts and minds of those around me. Yet he regarded not in me the skill of a ringsmith, but the prowess of a warrior, cruel and beautiful. But the violent losses of Nartwil and my father have purged me of the spell, and the spirit that bound me to Sauron's will. I am truly free, though I have paid a bitter price, indeed, for my folly so many years ago. I regret all the deeds I wrought under my spell of madness. Each death by my hand is a crushing weight that I will bear forever, even into the undying west, if I am ever allowed into those hallowed halls. Marcellene, I wish to do some good in the fight against that evil which I created. Mordorith has recovered Nartwil, and doubtless he will seek to use its power soon. Mordrimbar is arrogant, but he has skill in the dark arts of the enemy, and is no less wicked than his master. He, too, remains a threat that I allowed to persist. I wish to aid in the healing the hurts I have inflicted upon the world, even if I least act. If you would but speak to Lord Glorfindel for me, I will accept my judgment, whatever it may be. And with that, we are traveled automatically to Rivendell. Where are we? Okay, I know where we're at. So, by her own admission, she screwed up by listening to and having faith in Antheron. Whoa, we fell in. Come on. There we go. Lord Glorfindel's probably laughing at me now. One good deed does not erase all that was done by her as a Marthiel, no matter what name she calls herself now. But I will reflect upon all that you have told me. Master Elrond has asked that Narmeleth be judged, and I would have you accompany me while she is questioned. Alright, so it's time for her judgment. But of course, we will do that next time. Until then, bye for now.